Toni. I think everybody was shocked when we found out that these two actually got married. I know, like, there's a lot of things we will do in order to pay our bills, but I never thought the relationship between Toni and Birdman was genuine. I just knew that he was just willing to go broke behind her. It just never fit. And so apparently in August of last year in 2024, they had a secret wedding. Finally got married in secret, even though everything else was public. And then she went and tried to annul the marriage 2 weeks later because she realized she had sucked.
Honestly, this is one of the few times I actually agree with Tasha K, because this whole situation between Toni Braxton and Birdman makes zero sense. Toni, a true legend, finally marries Birdman, only to file for divorce just 2 days later. That's wild. They've been playing this will they won't they game for over 6 years. Toni's been patient, waiting for him to commit, and when the moment came, she made sure to protect herself financially. Now Birdman allegedly owes her a hefty payout from his $160 million fortune. The real mystery is, what pushed Toni to walk away so fast after all those years together?
You know, me and him have been friends for 16 years.
I know, you had a song like 15 years ago,
yeah,
too,
we've
right?
been like besties for a long time.
People always say that. But
No, this is real. Like, no cross the line.
Besties, like you always kept in touch and you always talked?
We would keep in touch. He would come see me when I had my plays, when I had my baby shower, he would come. Like, we were really friends.
Birdman clearly felt deeply for Toni, proposing with an impressive diamond ring. Toni shared a photo of them after the engagement, showing off the stunning ring. Birdman reportedly spent around $1 million to win her heart and praised her on Wendy Williams' show, calling Toni more than a partner, he called her family.
People don't know, 2016, November, when I was on tour, October, I was really sick. I don't mean kind of sick. I mean, like, really,
From
really
lupus?
sick.
Or
He had a
from-
really
okay.
bad flare, and I was on tour. And every day I was on tour, he was there with me. If he left out, he would come back.
And this was before anybody knew you
We
guys
weren't
were
anything.
even,
It was
like-
buddies. It was
Right.
nothing. Not even a day. He was my friend. He was there. I don't know if
he
you ever...
already loved you.
He's there every day taking care of you. But you know, he really was there every day. My buddy, my friend T. You all right? You good? I'm cheering good. You know, he was just there as my friend. Like cheering, I'm cheering good. Big Mama good. He was there every day for the shows. And on my off days, he would go and take care of his business, but he would follow me on the bus and just make sure I was okay. And I don't know if you've ever been really, really sick in your life and you feel kind of hopeless and you got somebody who's a friend that's there. That's kind of, it
means
just
a
made
lot.
me see him differently.
If
Well, it
they were
looked like-
truly in love, why hadn't they tied the knot yet? Toni shared with Wendy Williams that she was excited to marry for the second time. They even planned a wedding date, but family issues and unexpected drama got in the way, delaying their plans and keeping their long-awaited celebration on hold.
Well, T, that's my girl, my friend, my family.
Do you have sex?
That's my love, my soldier, my life. She my everything, and I trust
Because you
her.
bought her a Bentley truck.
Yes,
So the implication is that's your girlfriend.
she my life. I love her to death.
At first, everything between Toni Braxton and Birdman seemed perfect. They looked like one of those unexpected couples that actually make it work. Birdman had proposed with a massive diamond ring worth around $1 million, and Toni proudly showed it off on social media. Fans were shocked, but also happy for her, because Birdman seemed serious about marrying her. But as time passed, things started to look strange. The wedding kept getting delayed, first for scheduling reasons, then because of family drama. Eventually, it just stopped being mentioned altogether. Birdman, though, was completely ready to settle down. If it had been up to him, they would have been married long ago. But Toni always seemed hesitant, and nobody really knew why. Then came the twist that left everyone talking. Toni revealed that her $1 million engagement ring had been stolen. She said she accidentally left it in her luggage while traveling on a plane, and when she opened her bag later, it was gone. Now, whether that story was true or not, we'll never know, but right after that, news broke that Toni and Birdman had quietly ended their relationship. Of course, fans didn't buy the breakup right away. There were rumors that they had secretly tied the knot and were just keeping it private. Toni quickly shut that down, confirming that she and Birdman had never actually gotten married. But her Instagram post following the split raised a few eyebrows. She shared a stunning picture of herself in a red dress with a caption that said, "Starting a new chapter isn't always easy, but always choose to be chosen." Now, that definitely sounded like she was sending a message, maybe a little bit of shade.
There's no date. We almost had a date. Well, we had 2 dates, but we were doing Braxton Family Values, and we were going through a little drama, and I was like, okay, the wedding is a good thing to get all of us sisters together. Yeah. But I couldn't get us all together, and I said, the wedding's not a good reason because it's messing up my relationship a little bit. He's like, come on, Michelle, set a date. I know.
That's what he calls you?
He calls me Michelle. Doesn't call me Toni at all. That's my middle name, Toni Michelle.
Even though Toni tried to make the breakup sound peaceful, the truth behind the scenes was anything but calm. Sources close to the couple said Birdman had been involved with other women during their relationship. One name that kept coming up was Kimora Lee Simmons. Apparently, Birdman and Kimora had been secretly seeing each other long before Toni entered the picture, and he continued supporting Kimora financially even while dating Toni. Birdman even went as far as publicly calling Kimora the love of his life, saying she had always been there for him. Meanwhile, Toni was being described as his family and his soldier. That right there said a lot. It seemed like Kimora had a deeper emotional connection with him, while Toni was more like his partner in image, and that caused major tension between them. When Toni and Birdman reunited on stage at a concert in Atlanta, fans thought they had worked things out. But what people didn't see was that Kimora was still in the background. Sources said Birdman continued to take her calls and meet up with her, even when he was supposed to be focused on Toni. Rumor has it that Kimora didn't want to go public with Birdman because she didn't think he fit her polished image, especially within her fashion circles. Still, that didn't stop her from keeping him close. And when Toni and Birdman finally decided to move forward with their wedding plans last year, he was reportedly still in contact with Kimora. Here's where things get wild. On the actual day of the wedding, Birdman showed up late, then left early, claiming he had to help someone with something. That someone, according to the gossip mill, was none other than Kimora Lee. To make things worse, he didn't even apologize to Toni for walking out of his own wedding early. By this point, fans were wondering why Toni was even entertaining this kind of behavior. She's a living legend, a respected woman in the industry. Why get caught up in this kind of mess? But Toni played it smart. She didn't stick around for long. After securing what people are calling a comfortable settlement, she quietly filed for divorce. Allegedly, both Toni and Birdman signed the divorce papers using only their initials, TB and BW. The documents simply said that the marriage was irretrievably broken. Neither wanted to share details, and both have been silent about what really went wrong. Since then, they've both stopped wearing their wedding rings and erased every trace of each other from social media. It's like they never happened. But of course, the internet never forgets, and people are still talking. Some fans are shocked that Toni even gave Birdman a chance. Others say she probably saw through him early on but chose to walk away with her dignity and her bag. One person joked, Toni Braxton and Birdman being a couple was one of the wildest things to ever happen. I'm just pretending it never existed. Another said, Toni filing for divorce 2 weeks after marrying Birdman is insane. What do you think? Was Toni really in love, or was it all just for show? And do you think Birdman still has feelings for Kimora Lee? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this tea is only getting hotter.